Hey, what's up guys? Tim here again. Got another tutorial for you today. We're doing the mated snake knot today. This is almost like a kind of a triple mated snake knot because we've got 3 rows of snake knots and 3 colors. Okay, so there's a couple of tutorials for this one out there already, but played around with the patterning and with the help of some pictures that I found on Facebook and whatnot, we were able to do this one up. So this one looks really nice. It's got the white, gray, and orange paracord, and yeah, overall this is one of those bracelets. It takes a bit of time, but in the end it's really awesome, what you can achieve, because that repeating pattern of the snake knot is absolutely beautiful, especially the way they're kind of mated like this. It's really one of those bracelets you could just kind of stare at and get lost in, and I really like that. It's just fun to admire. But anyways, this one is not too bad. Time consuming it is, but if you know the snake knot, or this one won't be too hard. Okay, and this is definitely one of those bracelets that you can play around with in terms of coloring and color schemes, because you have so many options, right? You can do one solid color that would look great, or you can play around with different colors like this. Okay, we're doing this one on buckles, and yeah, that's what we'll be doing today. Alright, so guys, remember, if you're looking for any of the paracord materials and tools I use in this video, do check out the affiliate links listed down below, because when you shop through those, you are helping support this channel, and that is always greatly appreciated. Alright, so that being said guys, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, I've got my paracord set up, and nothing special here. These ends down here are actually not hitched to anything. They're loose, because the way this one is done, it's not really hitched to both buckles. Now I've got 3 strands of paracord. The joins are on the back here, as you can see, melted join parts behind. Now pay attention to the color scheme that I use if you want to use or achieve the same desired effect. You don't have to use the exact same colors, but you can use comparable colors, and also just basically the way the colors are set up. So on this first strand, I have gray and white. So gray is coming out the front, white at the back. Second strand, white and orange. White out the front, orange out the back. And third strand, orange coming out the front, gray coming out the back. Okay, and I believe these are all about 3 feet per color. So each of these 3 strands in total is 6 feet. Okay, so hopefully that's enough. All right, so now pay attention also to the method, because that will vary your effect. So let's start with cords on the left. So the strand behind is always going to be on the right. Okay, so we're going to take the strand on the right, we're going to make a loop and go behind like this, and then that's we're doing our first snake knot. And then gray strand here goes behind like this. Okay, and now put that through the opening here and pull everything through. Okay, so I'm going to move the first snake knot almost to the top, but do not cinch it shut yet, because we need it a little open, like so. So now let's take the next strands. So remember, the strand on the right is behind, on the right. And you're going to go orange, loop in front, and then you're going to loop this through the gray, like so, and you're going to go behind the white. Okay, like that. See where I'm at? Snake knot on the left here, orange is looped through the gray. Got the white there. Now I'm going to take the white on this side, bring it around, and put that through the orange loop here. Okay. So let's move these up a little more. It'll make it easier. Now for the third one, you can do the same thing. Gray is behind. Keep that on the right. And then you're going to loop that in front. Loop that in front. And this goes through the white loop, like so. You go behind the orange. Okay. Like so. So we have the gray loop, orange going through. And then we take the orange, bring that behind and through the gray loop. Okay, so we've essentially just tied 3 separate snake knots, but we've, mated them, hence the mated snake knot, and they're all interconnected via the loop on the right. Okay, so now at this point, you just cinch everything to the top, and this will be the most time-consuming part of the bracelet, because you kind of have to go a little bit at a time and just slowly work all the slack out. And I'd probably preferably do this without the jig, just because I feel like I want to turn this to the right so I can cinch it a bit easier. But anyways, do whatever works for you and cinch everything up to the top as much as you can. Okay, so that is the first set. And now that you've done that, it's essentially just repeating the same thing over and over again. Okay, so let's go a bit faster this time. So now for the second row, you're going to do the exact same thing. So start with the white. We're going to go again. So remember, always start with the cord behind on your right. So white behind. Then gray in front of that. Go through the loop, tying that first snake knot. And then on the next set of cords, orange. Orange in front, having a brain fart there. Orange in front. Put it through the loop. And go behind to here. Come on, don't twist on me. Okay. Okay, like that. Loop behind, white behind that. Put that through the loop here. Like so. And for the last set, gray in front through the white loop. Go behind the orange. Okay, make your loop like that. And then orange behind the gray and through the loop here. Okay. So again, take your time when tightening, because the more time you take to do it and the better you do it, it will look better, of course. I'm not saying go slow. If you can go fast, then go fast, but that is it. Okay, so sometimes I like to just grab onto the cords and push up like that. Grab on, push up, grab on to here, push up. See? That works quite nicely. Okay, so that is the pattern. I've done 2 rows. Let's just see if we can get one more in for practice. So again, white behind. Be very careful not to switch up the order in which you do this, because just now I had to actually redo this section of the video because I realized I was doing the wrong cord behind. Like I was doing looping with this one behind, but I should be looping with this one, right? So be careful with that. You'll notice it because the pattern will look a little different. So put that through there. Pull this through. And pulling the last orange through. Okay, there we go. So that is 3 rows of the mated snake knots. And again, you'll cinch at the very end. So I'm just going to continue tying this pattern and all the way down my bracelet here. Okay, so just keep going all the way down and pay attention to the direction of your knots. You'll know if something's off because it'll look off. And keep going, and then we'll make our way down and finish it at the end. Okay, so after a good amount of time, I've woven the entire length of my bracelet. Looks really good. And now for attaching the buckle to the other side, it's going to be a little tricky because we've got 6 strands, and we've got to fit it through this buckle here. If you're using a larger buckle, you might be able to squeeze all of them through, but what we're going to do for this, what does it say, 1/2 inch buckle, or roughly 3/4 inch buckle, we're going to snip and singe the orange and white in the middle right here. And then we're going to pass the 2 strands on the sides through the buckle and then kind of secure them underneath the snake knot here. So first let's snip and singe these orange and white strands in the middle. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly do this. You can use scissors. I like to use my knife, of course. And my lighter's over here. Okay, so I'm going to snip them right here. Right, that's okay. Now we're going to melt. I got my tool ready as well here. Okay, there we go. Press it with my tool. That should be nice and secure. I want to do a slightly better job than I did. Ideally, you could even press these 2 together on here, but I think that should be fine. Okay, so now we've got that done. We're going to secure the other strands underneath or through the buckle. Okay, so now for the buckle. Oh, and I kind of went back and remelted these together, but see how those the orange and white actually join this time? That's a lot more secure. I kind of just pulled them out a little more, took the lighter to it and pressed them together. That's why I don't really like to do the snipping and singeing on camera, because I tend to mess it up. But anyways, let's get the buckle in. Now make sure you attach this to the right side because this is a curved buckle. So I'm going to be going in through the top here. So let's put all our strands through the top of the buckle. Okay, so that was a little bit of a struggle, but I got them all through. It's not too bad. So now to secure, somehow, I don't know what I did, but some of these strands, as you can see, are longer than others. But of course I will annotate the exact amount I used. But anyways, let's start with the strand here, the gray. I'm going to grab my fid. I'm going to attach it here. So for this one, I think we can just go under the white here because that one's closest. Or we could go, maybe we can do them under this gray one. Let's try that out. So I think we can go under 3 of the knots. That should be enough. Yeah, go under the gray, because if you go on the white, it'll be on the outside. That might not look very good. Let's pull that through, like so. That's one. Now we're just going to do the same for the other ones. Let's do the white one. The white one goes underneath the gray as well, under 3 knots. It's looking pretty good. And then now do the orange. For the orange, let's do under the white here. 3 knots. Oh, fid came off, that's okay. Pull this underneath. And for this last one, my fid is not, I'm sorry, the gray is too long, it's too short, I mean, to get underneath. So we're just gonna use, when in doubt, we can use our hemostats. So I'm gonna work this underneath here. Okay, there we go. Jeez. That was a struggle, but you guys probably saw a sped up version of that through the magic of editing. Okay, there we go. Looking good. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that looks pretty nice actually. We're going to snip the excess paracord here. You can just melt it too. Press it down with your tool or whatever you got. I like using my knurled tool, as you always know. So we're just going to snip and singe the excess off and we will be done. Okay, and there we have it, guys. We are done. So I snipped and singed off the paracord here, smoothed it out nicely so it doesn't irritate the skin. And there we have it. This is the, I guess you can call it almost like the triple mated snake knot because it's got the 3 snake knots and 3 colors. Overall, really love the way this one turned out, especially with this color scheme. This is a really great pattern for, experimenting with colors and color patterns because you can achieve really different effects based on, the arrangement of the colors and in what order you put them in. And I'm interested to see what you guys can come up with, right? So definitely try it out, see what works for you. You can also use a larger buckle if you don't like the look of, like a buckle that kind of tapers like this because it's smaller, but I'm not a huge fan of really large buckles, and I think this one works just fine. It's only a little bit smaller. All right. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm getting more and more comments and questions now, so it's hard to get back to all of them, but I do read them all. And remember, if you're looking for any of the materials, paracord, and stuff I use in this video, check out my affiliate links down below, because every time you shop through those, you are supporting this channel. It helps me out a lot. And that is it, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you on the next video.